will secure his fate. Is that a quadra? But aiming it absolutely is, as KT are massacring Genji in this game.
This Shadow Flame's damage spike is so insane and aiming. You can see his ult coming up so soon. He's waiting for the window. And all 4 members who are remaining of Genji end up in the pit. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
And shooting fish in a barrel when your bullet is the size of the barrel. That's basically what it was.
Shooting fish in a barrel with a cannon.
Yeah. Oh man, Keen separated here in this instance. It was nicely played. Genji able to get that one back against Effort.
Yeah, Effort super squishy at this point. He just dies. But, you know, his KDA is not really important, but here. So aiming's getting some good poke down. Look at the damage of Aduro. But then his ult's coming up soon, and I'm thinking, when's the window? When's the window? Does he go for Ruler Enduro, or does he go for the rest of the team? And then they come into the pit! I'm like, well, it's an easy decision now, and he just throws the ult in. It's so much value.
And the insult to injury there as well is that Cuz also secures Soul Point for KT.
Yeah.
So Genji get absolutely nothing back for that huge risk that they took.
You know what? I'll say it.
Please do.
As soon as I saw the entire global side with 3-0 predictions.
I mean, Pony tried his best. He tried his absolute best. But it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain just how much he was not able to curse KT by predicting for them. It is going to be this inner turret falling down. And it's a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. We might be getting a little bit too far ahead of ourselves, but KT are looking absolutely phenomenal here. And sometimes, you know, like, if someone took the test and you could watch it the day before, why not just copy it? You know, it's the same exam as now Cuz is going to have his ride stopped there a little bit as Shelly is taken down, so not able to get another charge.
It makes you wonder, during these 2 weeks, I mean, KT and HD win torn against each other.
Están ahí todos atónitos, están como...
Once again, a great satchel as well to make sure that this Sion is just completely disconnected from the rest of his team.
Easy pickup.
Hipnotizados por la luz.
¿Cómo se hace esto de Luna, tío? ¿Tú quieres hacer directo? String.
Trying to get some information here. Canyon is at least able to tank up some of these bouncing bombs a little bit better than Duro. Thanks to a bit of added magic resist here for the Xin Zhao. And Genji, they're not out of it just yet, but it's getting close.
If the Sion feels squishy at this point, you're not in for a good time.
No puesto, tío.
One of the issues compared to yesterday is T1 had the Jarvan. You know, we saw a lot of that game 1 defined by snap engages. Genji don't have snap engage. They don't have ways to easily get onto the Ziggs or onto the Jace. And at this point, when there's flashes available for all the carries of KT,
No se puede.
what is your game plan for shutting down aiming? You just run at him fast and hope he doesn't
have satchel?
Yeah. Or flash. Or now rocket belt.
Keen is going to have to try and do it again. Does use the blast cone to get himself to safety. Is now aiming is just hunting Ruler. Just throws a Mega Inferno Bomb at him. And he has to Arcane Shift over the wall to avoid getting bouncing bombed to death. This is going to be a dead turret. If aiming wants it, and there it goes.
Aiming has just been dominating this matchup.
So huge, man. 2.7k ahead.
I mean, you take Karma Ezreal on the first rotation, and you end up behind compared to a Ziggs Camille. It's not a good feeling.
And the thing as well is that they saw yesterday's games, right? But the Camille wasn't denied from the Ziggs. And Evans had a great game as well, as now Duro caught out of position, just slammed into the wall and taken down. Canyon could also be in trouble as well. Crescent Guard trying to keep him okay, but it's a great satchel charge, and Cuz goes in. Now Keen gets over the wall, and they do manage to lock down Effort. But now Keen could be in an awkward spot. Perfect over the wall here. There's a shock blast.
Es que lo mismo, tío.
That is all they're going to be able to achieve, both supports on the floor.
You could see the game plan there from KT that like, we just get Canyon, we can go straight to Baron and get this game in the bag, but they end up overstepping a little bit. But this is so squishy. I think another factor here is he doesn't have his ult available. They get the kill on Aduro pretty easily, but when Effort goes in, he'd love to be able to ult here and just buffer the Crescent Guard and keep him locked in place. But that not available, the turnaround comes in, and Cuz does survive, but Effort just gets obliterated so quickly. He's level 8 in this game.
Ruler is almost dead in this game at this current moment, and that is going to be the sole available for KT.
I think
the enemy not having an 80 carry.
You just give it up. I think it's not worth contesting. It's not that big of a boost for KT.
Elder flip, baby.
Elder flip might be the game plan here, but they are looking to move in. Rula's TPing.
Canyon is taking a lot of damage, man. This poke is problematic. And Effort taking a lot of damage. He is able to get himself over. That is a minefield thrown back towards KT. That was cute. Didn't know that was even a projectile, but you learn something new every day. As Chovy now with some control here. They do move themselves in. Keen is just taking shot after shot, though, from aiming and from perfect.
Yeah, they're claiming space. They're losing health in the meantime, taking so much poke. They are giving some back, though, with that true shot barrage, but this is not a comfortable position. But
yeah, KT is circling like sharks, and look at this. They're sharks with laser beams, man. This Jace is able to get a lot of these shock blasts through. BDD on that flank angle as well, looking for a way in. As Ruler is hunting, looking to try and see whether he can dissuade BDD from moving over. These Mystic shots, some of them hitting, doing a fair bit of work.
5,000 damage from the Ziggs already.
Oh dear, but not actually able to move in, and that is Chovy finding the pickoff. It's a solo in the end, actually, as now BDD fighting against Canyon as Ruler moves over. King gonna be taken out. There goes Duro as well, and BDD's able to realm warp his way back to his teammates. That is gonna be the steal of the Drake going over to Gen G, denying the soul, and they will now back away.
Absolute heist there from Gen G to deny the soul. They're like, you know what? We can wait another 5 minutes for the Elder flip. It ends up being a lot of good poke coming down on a Gen G, but Effort goes in a little early. And the thing is, they know that they're playing around this brush. I think this was just a bit overzealous. Effort thinking he can just dodge away from the root. And then here in this turnaround play, there ends up becoming a bit of a manic rush for the Dragon. That Shock Blast kills Duro, unfortunately. But Keen buys so much time, not just when he's alive, but in his passive form as well. And that's enough to push KT away. We also saw aiming running out of mana on the back end of the fight. So something they have to keep in mind in these extended poke wars.
Effort is absolutely a secret agent. Hook shots towards Canyon here. Hextech ultimatum, nowhere for him to go. And down goes the pressing guard. Just barely not off cooldown just yet, as my god, thank goodness for a rebuttal out of Chovy.
And honestly, thank goodness that aiming's ult wasn't up yet, because I was looking at the cooldown. Level 16 now hit.
Well, now it's up.
Insane.
Very
big. That is a big Inferno Bomb. I think Mega's probably a good enough word. As, all right, aiming taking a lot of damage from Ruler, though. Mega Inferno Bomb does nothing if you're dead. As there's a Rune Prison on to Keen. They're trying to dissuade the engage from the Scion. And Effort looking for an angle once again. Chovy looking to find him once again, and he will be able to do so. Pop goes the Camille. All right, Chovy knows his job. Just kill him so that he can't do anything. His Cuz gonna have to safeguard his way out of there, but Ruler looking a little worse for wear.
Honestly, just great plays from the carries of Gen G. Ruler chunking out aiming, putting him low on HP, and Chovy finding this pick on an Effort enough to stall out the Baron and allow Canyon to get back on the map. This was such a delicate position here. Canyon caught on his Gromp, just getting taken down. Not much you can do against the
Uy, no creo que esto es mala idea estar aquí de este lado. No mames, que me agarró en el aire, Pinche desgraciado.
Where aiming throws the satchel aggressively there, and he arcane shifts over to get the
Como vergas, no.
aiming does rocket belt away, but ends up chunked. And then here Chovy fishing.
No mames, ese pinche poder que tiene. No.
Does have Crescent Guard this time around, though. Mega Inferno Bomb will get it out of him. And that trade of ultimates might work out here for aiming, unless he just dies. Satchels himself away, this time holds onto it. And KT, they do manage to push Canyon back once again. They get his ultimate, but is that enough to get them a good position here in this game? As the train says no, aiming, having to flash to get himself out. Keen takes a lot of damage. It is otherwise going to be fine, and this is the price that Gen G has to pay with BDD towards that bottom side. There's a kickback on Duro, and the flash in from Effort to lock down Chovy. It doesn't quite work, as there is aiming, grabbing the kill, but it's a double for Chovy. And now BDD in this backline looking to make his way in. They take out Keen, and Canyon just dives on top, and down goes the Rise. Gen G writing a new script for this matchup this time, as Mega Inferno Bomb does come in, and wait, never mind, it's not new. They did make a comeback in the last time we saw basically this same matchup. for these champions, and Genji gonna move over towards the Baron.
Now Curse's flash and smite and his Elise in, so we'll see if he can approach and try and get a steal. They're trying to stop him. Ruler's getting damage down onto him.
Teleport in from aiming to try and offer that poke damage forward, cuz not going to get into the Baron pit just yet. They do get the information, as there's a satchel just to be annoying. Efforts moved his way over. This is getting a little dicey as the rebuttal now. He's in the pit! Gets into the pit, but does go down. He takes down. Oh, there was no smite in that pit for a moment because Canyon was killed. But it is going to be Genji that secured in the end, thanks to Ruler. Chovy now has a very cool hat and a Baron to utilize with it.
That was so tense. They just changed places.
Yeah, it kind of broke my brain for a second there.
Oh, there was just a manic moment, but both junglers end up going down, and it's Genji who had control of the areas. Genji who get the Baron. The goal lead is closing. The soul hasn't been secured. It's 40 seconds till KT get another chance, but even so, it's Ocean Soul. They're losing control of this game, and things are starting to go a little bit pear-shaped for KT.
The power of Chovy in a lot of these moments could not be understated, as Keen once again possibly caught out, although very, very tanky is this man. Now able to get healed up and helped out by his teammates.
I mean, it's crazy this Sion just has 2 items when so many other people are working on 3 or 4, and yet still,
yeah,
it's just bulky enough.
Well, KT now looking to prepare for this Drake that's going to be up in 1 second's time. KT having to make their way through a lot of warded brush.
Oh,
could be very scary.
Again. Yeah, no flash, but he's been spotted.
Yeah, on that control ward as the rest of KT are able to protect him.
Another
catch in exactly the same spot. This time Perfect goes down, and Cuz is going to be singled out as well. Down to the GA as in goes effort onto Chovy, looking to try and lock him up as aiming still relatively safe. Gets another minefield down, and my God, the Ziggs damage is disgusting, but it's Ruler that just circumnavigates him, takes down BDD, aiming should be going, and it's a triple for Ruler. If it's not Chovy, it's Ruler in this game.
And they managed to find the fight again. Chovy with the massive pick. No engage, it doesn't matter when Chovy is there to take out these key members of KT, and Ruler comes in with a cleanup.
Oh my goodness, this Ezreal, 4 items. Now
yesterday today with HACEMOS.
Es que me expulsa la plataforma, tío.